Fuck school.
Can anyone explain to me how I have 2 degrees? I have 2 degrees. Oh, and a certificate. A little extra, right? I'm trying to apply for jobs right now, and the thing is that the only person I have responding to me is a man from a tech company saying, "Hey, you want to answer some customer service problems?"
Because we know what the fuck school was made for. Why are we pretending? We know school was created to create workers.
I dated a girl one time who had 2 college degrees. And we're sitting there, we had met, it was a long time ago. And she said, what do you have a degree in? I said, I don't have a degree. She said, you don't have a degree? I said, no. She said, how are you planning on making it without a degree? Ta-da!
Why do you think college is a scam?
Half of this audience, if you get a job, will get a job that doesn't require a college degree. 41% of kids that enter college will not graduate. And the vast majority of kids, 60 to 70% that go to college, I believe study things that are completely worthless, meaningless, and don't enrich society at all.
Is that the fault of the student or the college?
Let's talk about the institution itself. So everyone in the audience here, how many of you have had to take classes that are a waste of time that you wish you didn't have to take, that are a waste of money, and that every single hand goes up? Look around, look around, look around, look around. They're scamming every kid in this audience. They are forcing them to take classes that make them poorer, that take up their time in order to get the credential. That is an institutional scam. And by the way, every other part of life is all about your own customization. Your Netflix account, how you get your burrito bowl, from how you dress, your Amazon cart is you are in charge. But you come to college and they say you must go take these 3, 4, 5 classes that are very expensive, especially for you out-of-state students, to go further into debt, study things that don't matter, to find jobs that don't exist. That sounds like a scam.
What would you have to say?
Did you even graduate college?
No.
In fact,
I didn't go to college. I've been able to be pretty successful without a 4-year degree.
College.
Yeah, I did not go to
You're
college.
going to come to college and act like you know
So
fucking better
are we
than
gonna
everybody?
debate resumes or ideas?
Ideas.
Because
Do you
if
think
we
it's
want
a good idea
hold on.
to just
Let's
defund every major
Do you
fucking
want to
program?
debate resumes or ideas? Because if you want to argue from authority as if you're somehow smarter than I am because
I'm
you
not
have a
claiming
meaningless 4-year college degree, or do we got to say who's actually right or wrong? You're engaging in a logical fallacy when you do that.
You think it's meaningless to have a degree in construction engineering?
Honestly,
and be a
most
person who
college
wants to
degrees
build
are
this
largely
country?
meaningless. Yes, most college degrees are meaningless, and most of you guys are being totally scammed by being here.
No.
Now, let me further complete the point.
So getting educated is a scam.
Most times, first of all, it's not always an education, and you are perfect evidence that you haven't really been educated. You are hyper hostile. You have no humility. You have very little wisdom about how the world works, and you come and you want so badly to be recognized and noticed, you came with your own bullhorn to cut in line someone who patiently waited to ask the first question. What have you actually learned at this institution except that you're the center of the world and everyone must listen to you?
When Gary Vee a few years ago came out and said, oh, college is a scam, don't go to college, don't go to college, like it really started to open up people's minds to what I believe is the truth. But I would actually take it a step further. I think one of the biggest scams in the world that was actually developed by the billionaire John D. Rockefeller was the public education system. Everyone's saying, oh, college is a scam, it's ripping you off. I actually think high school is a scam. It's a machine to train human beings to follow the rules, do what is being told, and just be a little piece in the big machine of capitalism. And look, I'm an entrepreneur. I believe in capitalism and I believe in free markets, all that good stuff. But I also believe that you should wake up. I'm a libertarian. I believe that you should wake up to the truth.
Nowadays, people have strongly believed that school is scam. Maybe because the most successful people didn't even go to college. But I want to ask you, do you think school is scam? Even if the most successful people didn't go to college, do you really think that school is scam? Let me know in the comments while we continue watching this video. We're going to be hearing different opinions from different people. From there, we're going to finalize whether school is actually scam or not. But then don't forget to leave your own opinion in the comments, whether school is scam or not and why you think so. Let's continue.
University is a scam. Honestly, it's a scam. And I think that we have to recognize that it's a scam and accept that actually not everyone has to go to university. It feels like the only default people have. And if you don't go to university, somehow you're going to be missing out on something or some job opportunity you can't get because you haven't got a degree. It's all rubbish.
What if someone tells you that you should go to university for the experience?
Two things in university that make me think it's a scam that are sold. One is we're told, oh, network, experience. Well, frankly, when I started a business, I then built a network around that business. Some university networks are pointless. They never really come into some part of your life. Often those people only have the same interests as you. So that's not a good reason to spend 4 years doing something and get into debt. And the second, in my opinion, lie is that they tell you you're going to get this amazing job and it's kind of almost guaranteed. In fact, a lot of the marketing literature is like 78% get a job in a blah, blah, blah type firm at the end of it. That is absolute rubbish. You know, like, why would you want to only have a job as your only option when you leave university? Like 4 years into building my first business, I had a couple of failures, but by that point, I'm unemployable in a good way. Like, no one could afford me, and I was earning small money still, but I couldn't think of a job that I'd want that someone would pay me to do. And even when my company got bought by PwC, I didn't want to go work for them. Right. So they bought my company. That's the only way they could get what I had. You know, like, I don't want to work for someone else. And that's the option I want people to have when they leave university or leave school, is that they don't have only one option, go to university. And then later they don't have only one option, go get a job. Right. Every single step along the way, you can start something of your own and have that experience and that network.
College is potentially one of the biggest scams of all time of human history. I'm 24 years old. I dropped out when I was 19 years old. I had a 1.7 high school GPA, so I have no credibility to be successful whatsoever. But the thing that absolutely fired me up is when I would look around and I would see people driving $300,000, $400,000 cars, and I was like, what the fuck? That is a human just like me. How are they going to afford that if the highest paying college job is a doctor's degree and you make like $300,000, $400,000 a year before taxes, before you pay all your college debt? How does this make any sense? Or when I saw these young people driving Lamborghinis, I was like, how does this make any sense whatsoever? They didn't go to college. You have to understand that the system that's in place is designed to keep you poor. It's designed for you to lose. I mean, even if you're winning, you're still going to pay taxes, like hundreds of thousands of dollars of taxes. So everything is literally designed for you to stay as poor as absolutely possible. So once you realize that pretty much everything they tell you to do, you need to do the exact opposite. So basically, as messed up as it sounds, whatever your elders tell you to do, like boomers, I love them to death. They're such sweet people, but they have been brainwashed by the system to think that you need to go to college to be successful. You need a normal job to be successful. And if you haven't realized this, you are literally just a walking replica of your parents' belief systems, which is understandable. Your parents instill beliefs in them, and then your parents instill beliefs in you. So it's up to you to break the generational programming that has been placed upon your entire lineage and your family, and for you to step outside the lines and break free of the shackles so that you can create a life of abundance for your entire bloodline.
The reason why people have strongly believed that school is scam is because after spending years in college to get that degree, passing through the hassle of looking for work, eventually find that work, you start trading time for money, and the paycheck won't even be enough for you to live your fulfilled life or your dream life. So it's not looking like the whole year is spent in university just to acquire that degree don't worth it anymore, because you don't get to fetch your dream life. Whereas you see people that didn't even attend college doing things and making huge money that will give them their best life. And if I wrap my head around this, most 95 would never fetch your dream life. Although some can fetch your dream life, but before you even climb to that ladder where you live your dream life, you must have been getting to 50 years of age or in your late 40s. And some of us want to live our dream life in our 20s or in our 30s. I want to ask you this. If education is being removed and everyone becomes a business owner or an entrepreneur, what do you think will happen? You're going to hear the answer towards the end of this video.
When people say that college is a scam, they're always one of two people, right? Number one, hardworking as fuck. They've got that dog in them, okay? They're gonna make ends meet no matter what degree they have or don't have. They know how to pull it together. Perhaps they faced some adversity, they couldn't go to college, they worked their ass off, they're an electrician now, and shit's fine. Or they're person B, the rich get richer. You live off of daddy's fucking income. You're using mommy's black card, and that's why you say college is a scam. Like, I didn't have to go to school. You don't have to go to school because you have generational fucking wealth, shorty. You don't have to go to school because that was never even something you had to consider in the first place. Some people have to go to school so they can better the lives of themselves and the people they care about. College is a scam. You drive a Range Rover. You drive a Range Rover. And you got a Louis bag for your 13th birthday and you didn't even ask for it. College is a scam, my fucking ass.
I realize the reason why a lot of people think that university and getting an education is like a scam is because they're not actually utilizing what university is for. Because if you think university or college is just about education, like you got it all wrong. Yes, that's why you're wasting your money. If you're in university and just going to courses, not talking to anybody, going home, doing your assignments through ChatGPT and not putting in effort, then yes, it's going to be a scam, especially if it's not a, traditional degree where you could actually elevate. University is there to network, to use the resources, to get experience, especially higher education. A lot of people actually just go to law school or go to higher education just to get that networking or just to get that degree to open up more options. Because listen, there's so many ways to elevate your university experience. There's international opportunities. You could literally pay the normal tuition and live in a whole new country and continent. You can use your university to get internships. They have so many workshops, like interview workshops. They have resume and CV workshops. They have so many different workshops to learn how to code. There's so many things that are for free on campus if you actually open the email or checked your website or actually went on campus and looked at all the things they have. Mine even has an industry night where they bring in industry professionals where you could instantly connect with them in person and talk to them. You don't even have to set up a coffee chat or any of that. And then don't make me even bring up all the clubs that they have. They have all sorts of clubs that will suit any of your needs, whatever your likes are. And again, if you're just in class and you're not talking to nobody and you're being antisocial and you're not like adding people on LinkedIn after group projects, so what was the point of all of that? Because guess what? These days, it's not about your education, okay? It's not about your education. To get in a proper career, to start a successful business, it's all about who you know. It is literally about the networks. And that's why a lot of people end up joining sororities or frats, because they will literally remember who was in their sorority. Not that I'm in a sorority or frat, but I'm just saying that's why people join that type of stuff. That's actually utilizing the education. And even in dating, I know that sounds crazy, but like a lot of people like to be with the same people on the same education level, because guess what? Education elevates your socioeconomic status. I know people that go to law school or like get a higher education just to meet their soulmate, meet friends, elevate themselves, because once you elevate that, you elevate your socioeconomic status and you could get anywhere. I really, really don't like this narrative that university or like all of that is like a waste of time, because you will never ever regret getting an education. You will never regret it. But of course, if you just go there and you're not even learning anything, then yeah, it's going to be a waste of time. I'll make a video on exactly what I did to elevate my university experience, because I lived in Europe. I did my internship at Universal Music. I got multiple opportunities. I joined clubs. I joined all the extracurriculars, and I made a lot of friends on the way. So trust me, utilize your education and elevate yourself. Use that education to give yourself a better future. You will not regret it.
Have you ever thought about this? If education was to be removed, that means that there won't be students who will enroll in a university to go study to become doctors. Also think about this. If all the doctors were to decide not to practice again and resign today, you as a business owner, if you fall sick, who is going to treat you? A robot? I don't think that's ideal and possible. Even though robots can do that, who is going to control the robots? It's also people that went to college that will control those robots. So education is not scam. Education is needed in all form of life. And you also need to understand this. Some people have different contentment for money. Mine can be $1 million. Yours can be $1 billion. This means that once I acquire $1 million, I'm fulfilled. I will live my dream life. Whereas for you to live your dream life, you need to acquire $1 billion. So some people love their 9 to 5. They're comfortable with it because they don't dream of having billions, since 9 to 5 cannot give you billions. They just want to go to their work, they get paid thousands of dollars, they live their life with it comfortably, and are good to go. Whereas that's not the life you dream for yourself. So you can't categorically say that education is scam, because you're not in the minds of everyone. Then again, you as a business owner that didn't go to college, you also need those people that went to college to work for you in that your business. Because I'm sure that if they didn't go to college, you won't hire them. And I want to tell you this. There's always a starting point for everything. Let's say I work 10 years in my 9 to 5, and after that I quit and start up my business. Within this period of 10 years, many people must have joined my 9 to 5. This means that by the time I'm quitting, in 10 years' time, I will have people to replace me. But if everyone decide not to work a 9 to 5, who then work? So school is not scam and can never be scam. That's one thing I wanted to achieve in this video. Thank you so much for watching today, and please share this video to many people to let them understand that education or school can never and will never be scam. Please like this video. Let me know what you think about school or education being scam or not being scam in the comment section. And also share to many people so that they will really understand that school or education is not scam and can never be scam. That being said, if you want to see more videos from this channel, subscribe now, turn on your bell notification so that you don't miss out on my next one. I hope to see you there.